Have you ever scrolled through your feed and noticed that one friend who just never posts photos of themselves? While everyone else is sharing selfies, vacation pics, and group shots, their profile is a quiet landscape of shared articles, memes, or maybe even a default avatar. It's easy to jump to conclusions, right? Maybe they're shy, or secretive, or just don't like how they look. But the reality is so much more nuanced and fascinating. The reasons people choose to stay off camera on social media are as diverse as people themselves. And they reveal a lot about our relationship with identity, privacy, and the digital world we live in. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology of those who prefer to keep their photos offline. This isn't about judging, it's about understanding. So, stick around as we explore the hidden world behind the missing profile pictures. Let's start with the most obvious and perhaps most common reason: privacy concerns. In an age where our digital footprint is larger than ever, some people are keenly aware of the risks. Posting a photo isn't just sharing an image, it's sharing data. Facial recognition technology is becoming incredibly advanced. Your photo could be scraped from a public profile and used for anything from creating deepfakes to being added to massive, unregulated databases. For some, the potential for misuse, surveillance, or even identity theft is a very real threat. They see their face as a key piece of their personal information, something to be guarded just like their home address or social security number. It's not about paranoia. It's about a conscious and deliberate decision to maintain control over their digital identity in a world that constantly asks us to give it away. They value their personal space, and for them, that space extends to the digital realm. Next up is something many of us can relate to: self-esteem and body image issues. Social media can feel like a constant beauty pageant. We're bombarded with perfectly curated images, flawless skin, ideal bodies, and picture-perfect lives. This creates an immense pressure to measure up. For someone who is already struggling with their self-image or body dysmorphia, posting a photo can feel like stepping into a lion's den. The fear of judgment, negative comments, or simply not getting enough likes can be paralyzing. It's not necessarily that they believe they are unattractive, but rather that they are acutely aware of the unrealistic standards set by social media. Avoiding photos becomes a form of self-preservation, a way to protect their mental health from the comparison trap that is so deeply embedded in online culture. It's a shield against the anxiety that comes with putting yourself out there for public critique. Now, let's flip the script. For some, not posting photos isn't about fear or insecurity at all. It's about authenticity. These individuals may feel that the culture of selfies and posed pictures is inherently performative and inauthentic. They might see social media as a place for sharing ideas, connecting through interests, or engaging in discussions, not for showcasing their physical appearance. They might argue that a person's value lies in their thoughts, their humor, their creativity, not in a carefully angled selfie. By abstaining from the photo trend, they are making a statement. They are rejecting the superficiality they perceive in online interactions and choosing to be known for who they are on the inside. Their focus is on substance over style, and their online presence reflects that. They use the platform as a tool for communication, not for personal branding based on looks. Another significant group are the private life purists. These are people who draw a very firm line between their public and private lives. Their job might require a certain level of professionalism, or they may simply believe that their personal moments, with family, friends, or just by themselves, are sacred and not for public consumption. They enjoy their experiences in the moment, without the pressure of having to document and share them. They might think, "Why do I need to prove I was at this concert or on this vacation? The memory is for me." For them, social media is a tool, maybe for professional networking or keeping up with news, but it's not a diary or a photo album. They cherish their privacy and believe that oversharing diminishes the value of their personal experiences. It's a conscious choice to live their life for themselves, not for an online audience. Let's also consider the professionals. For many, especially those in fields like therapy, law enforcement, teaching, or even some corporate roles, Maintaining a low-key online presence is a professional necessity. A therapist, for example, needs to maintain a professional boundary with their clients. Having a public profile full of personal photos could blur that line and compromise the therapeutic relationship. Similarly, a teacher might want to avoid having their personal life scrutinized by students and parents. It's not about being secretive, it's about managing professional identity. They use platforms like LinkedIn for their professional selves and keep their personal lives completely separate, often meaning no public-facing photos on platforms like Instagram or Facebook. This separation is crucial for their career and their peace of mind. Then there's the simple factor of personality. Introverts, for example, might naturally shy away from the spotlight, both online and off. While extroverts gain energy from social interaction, introverts recharge in solitude. The act of posting a photo and inviting engagement, comments, likes, shares, can feel socially draining to them. It's not necessarily rooted in anxiety, but more in a preference for less social stimulation. They might be perfectly happy and confident, but they just don't feel the internal drive or need to put themselves at the center of attention. Their social energy is a finite resource, and they'd rather spend it on in-person interactions with close friends and family than on broadcasting their image to a wide digital audience. Sometimes, the reason is less psychological and more philosophical. Some people are simply minimalist in their approach to technology. They might be wary of digital addiction and the way social media can consume our time and attention. By not participating in the visual economy of likes and shares, they are intentionally disengaging from the more addictive aspects of the platform. They might use social media for specific, functional purposes, like organizing events in a group or staying in touch with family abroad. But they resist getting pulled into the endless scroll and the dopamine chase. It's a form of digital minimalism, a conscious effort to use technology on their own terms, rather than letting it use them. Keeping their photos offline is just one part of a broader strategy to maintain a healthier relationship with their devices. So, what does this all mean? It means we should be slow to judge and quick to understand. The person who doesn't post photos isn't necessarily a recluse, insecure, or hiding something. They could be a privacy advocate, a digital minimalist, a dedicated professional, a deep thinker who values substance over surface, or simply an introvert who prefers to keep their personal life private. Their choice is a reflection of their values, their personality, and their unique way of navigating the complex digital world. Instead of wondering what's wrong with them, maybe we can appreciate their different approach. They remind us that there's more than one way to exist online, and that our digital identity is something we have the power to shape and control. It's a powerful reminder that our worth isn't measured in likes, and our life isn't validated by the number of photos we post. Ultimately, the digital landscape is a reflection of human diversity. Just as we all have different ways of expressing ourselves in the real world, we have different comfort levels and styles online. The choice to not post personal photos is a valid and often thoughtful one. It challenges the unwritten rule that to be present online, we must be visible. It encourages us to connect on a deeper level, through ideas, conversations, and shared interests. So next time you come across a profile without a face, take a moment, appreciate the mystery, recognize the agency in that choice, and remember that the most interesting parts of a person are often the ones you can't see in a picture. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive today. I hope this gave you a new perspective. What are your thoughts on this? Do you keep your photos offline? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed this video and want more content that makes you think, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update.